right, so a warm welcome to our audience. We have some special guests that we're sitting down with today to talk about some amazing things, as usual, that's going on at the University College of the Cayman Islands. They're actually launching their associate's degree program in the Culinary Arts. Now, you guys know I love to cook, so this is an exciting interview for me. First up, we have Mr. Paul Puckerin, who's the Dean for Professional and Technical Education and Training. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And then we have Dr. Aneka Hutchinson, who is the Program Director for the School of Hospitality Studies. Good afternoon, Dr. Hutchinson.
Good afternoon, and thanks for having me as well.
Absolutely. So here we are talking to the two of you about this exciting associate's degree in the culinary arts. Wow. I mean, you guys are stepping up your game.
Yes.
Tell us how this came about.
Okay, well, thank you again for having us. But before we get there, I just wanted to make a few plugs. As you know, the university is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year.
Yeah.
And so we are very excited that around this time that we are having lots of new innovations that are happening. And one such is that Dr. Nika and the team will be traveling to represent the Cayman Islands in a Caribbean tourism organization event happening over the weekend from June 1st to 5th.
Wow.
And they're representing the Cayman Islands. So I want to wish them all the very best as they travel to carry the flag very high.
Yes.
Secondly, the Department of Tourism, who has been a monumental supporter of our programs. They're supporting that event as well. But our Tourism School of Hospitality has been a flagship under the Department of Tourism. So I could not begin without acknowledging their continued support of that program.
Yes.
And so to your point, we are at the point where we've done 2 overseas student experiences. We did one with Johnson & Wales in 2024, and we just came back from St. Thomas University exposing students to what is happening across the world, what is happening across the globe. And we recognize that Cayman and culinary arts is a big thing. You know, we have Taste the Cayman, we have all these different culinary experiences. And so what better way than to introduce culinary arts, because we currently offer food and beverage services, we currently offer hotel management, but culinary arts was where we were deficient. And thanks to the Herculean work done by Dr. Nico, who's been here only under a year. And this is, I would say, one of our signature marks since being program director with the School of Hospitality. And so I'll get her to tell you more about it, but this program we are going to launch it here to get our students, because as you know, we are now going to open applications for the fall semester. So what better way than to introduce it and to explore all of our programs, but specifically we're going to focus on the culinary arts, and we'll talk a bit more. So I'll hand over to Dr. Hutchinson.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this sounds fantastic. Dr. Hutchinson, a newcomer, and you're launching such a big program. So I think it's going to be an exciting time. So tell us a little bit about this associate's degree in culinary arts.
So our associate degree in culinary arts, thanks to Dean Paul's leadership and the support, as he mentioned, from our other stakeholders, this has been, as he said, one of those areas that we think is missing from Cayman. So this program is designed for young Caymanians who have an interest in being culinary professionals. Yes. So we think it is an area that we can make a difference. We can ensure that our people are trained locally and they are poised to work internationally. The program will have a lot of experiential learning. One of the areas that I was sure to include is to ensure that they have a lot of practical sessions. I didn't want it to be a theory course. I want it to be one where they leave the program at an associate degree level and they're able to become entrepreneurs. They're able to go and work in the industry, having had that training here. I'm also keen on persons going off, but I want to get those persons to see what is available here, how they can infuse Caymanian culture as it relates to the food with other cuisines and be able to be innovative, be dynamic, be responsive to what industry requires. And when our tourists come to our shores, they are able to have a unique experience because we want to separate ourselves from the region. We want people to know Cayman for what we have, and what better way to do it than to have our students here be able to bring that to life.
Fantastic. Well, I tell you what, we're known for, as you say, Mr. Paul, for culinary in the sense that we have, I believe, some of the most amazing restaurants in the Caribbean, if not the world.
Yes.
And so we see a lot of people making a successful go of a culinary career, whether they're back of the kitchen or they're restaurant owners or managers. So I think that this takes it to the next logical step where you kind of get in the kitchen and you learn those culinary skills. So let us look at some of the key features now, if we can, about what actually is involved in the program so that anyone who's interested will have a fairly good idea of what they can expect.
All right, so like I said, we will be exposing them to Caribbean cuisine, and as part of Caribbean cuisine, they will have Caymanian cuisine. So we will also have international cuisines so that they will have not only a local, a regional, but an international flair to the cooking art and some of the techniques and flavors that are involved in those dishes, whether they want to stay here or continue their profession. We're going to introduce things like baking, and so that they understand that there are different aspects to the culinary world, so that there may be some who may haven't been exposed to baking, decide, maybe this is what I want to do. This may be my niche area, I can do cooking on the side, but maybe I want to bake and create my own treats and things like that, and become a pastry chef. Marketing and sales, very important. We will ensure that if they're going to become entrepreneurs, that they understand how to market their product, how to price it. Very often people may only price because they saw their friends pricing it at a certain price, but is that realistic, and is it making them the value for money that they're having? Community service is one thing that we've included. Very often we want our young students and those involved to understand the importance of giving back and serving the community. There's so many organizations that call on us to do things, and we didn't want just to have them just go because they've asked for it, but we want to tie it as part of their program, that they understand the importance of giving back to their community and serving their community. So those are some of the key areas. We have professional catering. If they're going to do a job for yourself, CMR is having a function, and the students are engaged to do a professional catering. What are some of the expectations? How do we make sure that the service, the customer relations, and all things that are aligned with being professional are exhibited in that program? So those are some of the highlights. And so that is why we are going to have the launch. And then Dr. Aneka will give you a bit more about that. And we want to have partners come and join us. We've begun to solicit support, but we want the community to come out and engage with us on the 17th. So I'll let her tell you more what she's like.
This is so exciting. So let me just make sure that our listeners are understanding. Folks, this is an actual 2-year associate's degree that is designed to train the next generation of chefs and hospitality professionals. So it's very focused on the practical, hands-on learning element of being a professional, culinary student. You'll be in a professional kitchen setting, and you're going to be having it paired with strong business and management skills. So a real emphasis, as Mr. Paul said, on local and international culinary traditions, and preparing its students for a global food and hospitality industry that now we see operating quite well here in the Cayman Islands. So everything from classical and temporary cooking techniques, menu planning and nutrition, very, very important, food safety and kitchen management, restaurant operations and entrepreneurship, as well as internship opportunities with some of the local establishments. And I have a really good feeling, given the volume of restaurants that we have here in the Cayman Islands, that you guys are going to be able to partner with some top of the line, restaurants here in Cayman. So let's talk now about the launch event. Dr. Hutchinson. No better way to introduce a new program than to have a launch event.
Yes.
So let's hear a bit about that.
Yes. So it will be an exciting 3 hours. We'll be here in the courtyard here at UCCI. We'll be there on June 17th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We are, as Dean Paul said, inviting the community. We will be targeting students in the high schools, students who are interested in the culinary profession. So we want to showcase what this field is all about. We will be partnering, and we've started to gain some traction there from industry stakeholders, where persons will be coming in to do live demonstrations to showcase innovative ways to where culinary is going in terms of new career pathways, as well as new ways to present food. So we are bringing those experts from the field to showcase that you're starting out here, but this is not the end. And what we've known culinary to be, it has evolved over the years. And so on that day, we want them to get a feel of what this program will be all about when they come to us. So we're including you as well.
Nice.
So we'd love to have you here to capture the moment live as we go through those 3 hours.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to inviting the community to be a part of it.
So live culinary demonstrations.
Yes.
So can you give us just a little snippet of what that might involve?
So we'll have a pasta station. So we'll have live demonstration of that. We'll have meat carving. We'll have student tasting what the work that they would have, food that they would have produced.
Okay.
So we'll have that on display. They can interact with those persons who are preparing to understand what they're doing. So it's not something that is just going to come and watch. They will be able to have conversations, understand the process of cooking. We're going to showcase it, not in, you're at home cooking Alfredo from the can, or the tin. No, that's not what we're doing here. So we're going to let them understand how to infuse different flavors and be able to enjoy food and appreciate food when they go to the restaurants, and understand it's an art. It's not just putting two things together, but we are definitely going to ensure that they see a piece of Cayman.
Fantastic. I remember when I did some of my, they were cooking classes, but I call them eating classes. Because we would show up to Chef Remy when he was at Lighthouse Restaurant, and he was cooking, demonstrating to us, and most people were drinking wine and just eating. But it was so much fun. But one of the things he always said at the beginning of his classes is that you eat first with your eyes.
Yes.
So always make sure that your presentation on that plate is really, really on point. And so, of course, I'm sure you'll be focusing a lot on that throughout the program as well. But this is pretty exciting. So this course is actually going to be available for the fall semester.
Yes. And so it will be an opportunity for young students who are leaving the high school or thinking about beginning the associate degree program to come to that event and begin their registration process. It can begin from now, but that will be an ideal time so that they can get a feel, speak to the or instructors, Senior Lecturer Tanique Dunbar, Mr. Jatinder, or Chef Lecturer. You can, and interact and understand a bit more about each program, what they're going to be involved in. And like Dr. Aneka says, it's going to have 2 sessions of internships. So at the end of each year, there will be experience. So we will not be waiting until they complete their whole 2 years, but we'll be getting them involved in industry experience from their very first year in the post.
Yes. Wow, that is fantastic. So if you are a school leaver, now I notice your emphasis on young people, but this just isn't young people. Anybody. Who's an aspiring chef or food enthusiast, if you want to learn something new, this associate's program could definitely be for you as well.
Yes. And what we envisage down the road once this program gets going, that we can offer modules. So like we have the culinary, the professional cuisine, or the baking. We can pull those out and offer to the public in the evening as short courses. But we want to make sure that our students who are doing the full program leave well-rounded and well-prepared for the world of work.
All right, folks. So as usual, you can visit or register for this at ucci.edu.ky and come out at their launch event, which is going to be happening June the 17th. at 10:30 a.m. It's a wonderful opportunity for you to learn a little bit more about this program. That is a Tuesday, so mark it now on your calendar. Come on out and learn more about this newly launched program. It's an associate degree in the culinary arts, so fantastic. And big shout out to the School of Hospitality and Tourism. I think this is really, really amazing. And of course, Dr. Hutchinson has been speaking to us. She's the program director for the School of Hospitality Studies. And we've also been speaking with Mr. Paul Puckerin, who's the Dean for Professional and Technical Education and Training, also known as TVET. And so it was so wonderful to speak to both of you today.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.